This is one of my more involved models. This is my Lego refrigerator that actually opens up. There's a couple of secrets on the inside. Of course, I like putting all of my food minifigures in here. I've got the produce drawer. And actually, one of my favorite parts of this is making tiny condiments, like little sports drink, some ranch dressing, little micro scale builds. Of course, it's got a freezer. I've got just some mint chocolate chip ice cream. That's all I have in my freezer at home, so that's all we need. And my favorite feature of it is we close the door, press the button, and then the ice falls out. It goes all over the floor. I have to clean it up, but you know. This actually took about 16 hours to build and design. Maybe half of that was trying to figure out the ice machine. I really spent a long time perfecting like a functional part of the build like that. And this is about as big as I go on models. And this is definitely one of my most popular, one of my personal favorites. And yeah, I need to add some more food to the inside. Not a lot to eat right now. I have my Lego tomato here that I can actually slice and get a little piece of tomato. And of course, the Lego hot dog, but even better than that, we can turn it into a Lego wiener dog.
People wonder if Lego builders glue their models. So these giant models that we see at the LEGOLAND Discovery Center, is this all glued?
This one, yes, something that's going to be in, guest touch range. If you're going to actually be able to pull on it, touch it, every single brick is glued together. We want them to be sturdy. We want them to, not fall apart. And the thing is, people will always test to see if they are glued. People will try to take them apart, and if they're not, they'll come apart. So I normally work with a pretty small scale, but one of the bigger models that I've made is my working Lego electric guitar. So this has all the components of a real guitar, but the body is solid Lego, and it's not plugged in, but it does play. Sounds okay. So I'm always looking to improve my building, improve my Lego models. So I do a lot of upgrades. Like this is my very old Polaroid camera, and you'd push it in the back, the picture would come out. And at a certain point I said, this could be nicer. And I made one so you actually push the button and the picture comes out. It also just, looks a little cleaner. Right now I'm actually doing that with one of my favorite builds, my toaster. So this is just my retro toaster. You'd put pieces of bread in there and pull them out. But I have my prototype right now, my burnt toast, my regular bread. And I have a little gear on the front. You dial it over. So this is actually what switches the bread. And once you get it to where you want it, pop it out, burnt toast. All right, so I take my piece organization pretty seriously in my workshop here. I have everything by piece and color, like shape and color. It's very helpful to just know where something is, to grab it, to be able to build. And it's made a little easier by the fact that I can order my pieces direct from Lego in bulk. Like for example, here are 15,000 pink Lego frogs I ordered recently to make a big bonsai tree, cherry blossom tree. So, that helps a little bit. I'm in a LEGOLAND Discovery Center, and I have this big window where kids come up and talk to me while I build. And a really fun thing that we do for the holidays is Letters to the Master Model Builder, where those kids will draw pictures, and then we'll actually build them exactly like they drew them. That leads to some very silly builds. It leads to some really good drawings and really good builds sometimes. This year, actually, Master Builder Delaney from LEGOLAND Discovery Center, Arizona, did the Letters to the Master Builder. So these are her builds, and I think she did a fantastic job on them. So to clean Miniland and to do repairs, we have to actually tiptoe around the streets. And this was so treacherous at first. I had to learn how to maneuver around this city without knocking literally everything over, which is absolutely what I did when I first started. One of my favorite Easter eggs is that we have the actual Discovery Center built in the attraction here, and there's this little model, which is a man rolling in a model of a football stadium. And if we walk over here, so this is a model of this model, which is a model of the football stadium here in Arizona.
So Alec, you've built a ton of stuff here at the LEGOLAND Discovery Center. What's the most useful thing you think you've put together?
Well, the most useful tool is obviously a brick separator. So why not make it even more useful by making it a little bit bigger?
Yes.
Or, a lot bigger.
Go bigger, yeah, I love it.
Hello, I'm Master Model Builder Alec from LEGOLAND Discovery Center, Arizona. This is my workshop, so this is where I do all of my building. Obviously, we've got every inch of wall possible covered with brick. All of my specialty pieces. I have my big window which opens up. This is where I talk to kids as I build in here. Go around, I got all my basic bricks. Again, storage, storage, storage. It's all about efficiency. And then of course my favorite is where all of the models are displayed. This kind of acts as like a an I Spy kind of thing for kids. It's really fun to see all of the little details and see what you can find in the mess. So one thing I really like about Lego is like the versatility you can approach building. So there's kind of two styles that I'll build in, and one is sculptural, where we're using mostly basic bricks, you know, rectangles, squares, and it's almost like working with clay. You're having to get those curves by using square pieces. And then there's also builds that use a lot of specialty elements, the curved pieces, the stud on side elements. You can get a lot finer detail. It looks less Lego-y, so some people prefer to build like this, some people prefer to build like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. So this is the biggest model in our mini land. This is the football stadium here in Arizona. Now most of the attractions have a big football stadium for their local team, and one of the coolest things is that you can actually run this little guy down the field and actually score a touchdown. There he goes!
People always wonder how they should sort their bricks at home, so how do you approach that here at the model shop?
Yeah, I actually have what I've learned is a very controversial opinion about that, and that is that I like sorting by color. And I'll tell you why. Don't yell at me yet. If you're building something that's red, like a cardinal, you need red bricks, and you need to know what types of pieces you have in red. And that's going to dictate the techniques that you use to design that model. So that's why I say piece and color. I mean, I sort by both because I have the resources to do so, but I like sorting by color. Yell at me in the comments. So the piece that I keep going back to is this little guy. It's like a rounded bar piece, and I really like it because it offers 2 degrees of movement in a small area. So you can see for this like shark, I have the fin not only going down but to the side, and we get that angle and that angle into the build. And I really like that if you use the negative space on the bottom, you can make a super tiny little happy face. Just a little extra. My favorite Lego colors, obviously vibrant coral. It's just so beautiful. I really like this one. I don't know the official name. I call it toothpaste, which I think is a better name than whatever it's actually called. And of course, I have a bunch of gold ink pieces. It just adds such a nice little pop of like shiny detail to finish off a model.
Today we're at the LEGOLAND Discovery Center in Phoenix, Arizona, and I've got Alec showing off his Lego models of the Discovery Center itself.
Yeah, I'm actually making a complete scale model of our attraction. Whoa, no. So here's my workshop. Falling apart a little bit, but we've got all the detail on the wall there. Stuff like the clock tower that's right behind us over there, even down to the trash cans and napkin dispensers. Every detail is going to be built.